Hey guys, it's Mountain Walk, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about Gishath. This guy came out in Ixalan late last year, and he's awesome. This is probably one of the coolest commanders I've ever seen, just because it's a dinosaur avatar even. This is, what else can you say about him? It's a red, green, white, 5 colorless for a 7/6, trample, vigilance, haste. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, reveal that many cards from the top of your library, putting a number of dinosaurs among them onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Or, excuse me, a random order. So, this guy basically wants you to, he wants to hit hard and wants to hit a lot, and he wants you to have a lot of dinosaurs. And you can even do, like some sort of pseudo-Voltron stuff and pump his power and stuff, and it's pretty great. Obviously pretty good on defense because he has vigilance too. This guy's pretty cool. I wanted to make this more of a medium power deck with some restrictions, like I didn't play any artifacts. Obviously some of them, like Mana Crypt and Soul Ring, are a little silly, and it's like, oh, you play them in every deck, so I didn't want to play those. I am playing some MLD, or at least a little bit of Mass Land Destruction. Yeah, so let's get it right into it. So bam, we'll start with the lands first. So we got really, it's gonna be a green and white base with some of the red thrown in there, but really most of your good spells and stuff, it's all like green and white. So really want to focus on that. Getting too many lands that produce just like red or something aren't really going to be super helpful. So yeah, just got, a lot of good ones. Some Petal Grow, filter lands, fetches, the bounce lands because they're like pseudo ramp, which is pretty good. Canopy Vista, brush land comes into play untapped and gives you the mana. You don't want too many tap lands because you really want to play this guy on like turn 5, really. You got shock lands, more shock lands, fetches, filters, the whatever, buddy lands, tap lands, bounce lands, pain lands, pretty much all that stuff. Nothing too wonky. And then for red white, all I have is the one shock land and then the fetch. Then a bunch of 5 color stuff. We got all the really good 5 color lands. Might play another mana confluence in place of something. Because really, you're not super worried about the life too much. Obviously, Cavern's very good here. It's Cavern of Souls in a tribal deck. And especially a tribal deck that really wants to resolve its commander. And that'll do like 90% of the work. So Cavern is obviously pretty much an all-star here. Unclaimed territory, like Cavern, but just cast stuff. Now we got utility lands. These are important. This is just to kill troublesome non-basics, and then doesn't make you a huge threat to the table. Also, people get a little nutty if they see Strip Mine. I don't understand. Especially things like dual lands, which is why I'm not playing them. People get weird when you play duels. I don't know. Especially people that haven't played them. They have all sorts of weird ideas. Okay, so we got Kessig Wolf Run. Obviously, just to pump your commander. Same thing with Sunhome. The more damage he does, the more dinosaurs you get. So, pretty sweet. Homeward Path is just anti, mass stealing, or if they reanimate your stuff, you can get it back. Scavenger Grounds, obviously, is just hate. And then we got basics, Might want to play, I feel like I want to play another basic forest somewhere, but the 5 forest, 3 plains, and then 2 mountain setup works okay for the moment. So we'll just go with that. We got Galta. We'll start with the dinosaurs now. I think there's about 30 or so of them. This guy's just a big beater. Obviously, he's a pretty good hit off Gishath. Same thing with Zakama. Zakama, of course, can nuke stuff, destroy artifacts and enchantments, or even gain you life. Zatalpa, same thing. Great hit off Gishath. Hard to kill. Lots of damage. Obviously good with rafts too, because it doesn't die. Polyraptor, sweet. Basically, I mean, he's good. There's a lot of enraged stuff I added in here, and I have a minor, like an enraged sub-theme, so I got a few cards to go with that. Obviously, Awakening Sun's avatar's pretty good, you know. He's, comes in, blows stuff up. Obviously doesn't work with Gishath, but that's okay, you know. When you cast this guy, no one's going to be asking if you got any dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour. We got these guys, Silverclad Ferocidons, and this thing's sweet. More enraged stuff, makes some sack stuff, which is sweet. Spineback, which is just basically pumps out dudes, and basically I chose all the dudes with like abilities and utility and stuff, and not really any of the ones that didn't do a lot for the most part. This one's pumps out dudes and pumps your dudes. Goring Ceratops, yeah, give you some double strike. Verdant Sun's avatar, I mean, it's good. Comes into play, gives you a ton of life. Burning Sun's avatar can sometimes trigger enrage or just kill utility stuff and dome them for 3. Carnage Tyrant is, well, I mean, he's in here to be hard to kill. Atali is really sweet in multiplayer games. This is a card I like to cast just like by itself, not even hitting off of Gishath, because you can, it's so good because you get everyone else's cards and stuff you can cast them with, which is really, really sweet. This card's pretty fun. Obviously, all the Elder Dinosaurs are pretty cool. Aegisaur is pumps your dudes, more enraged stuff. Gigantosaurus, one of the reasons we have a slightly altered mana base is because we want to be able to cast this guy if we have to cast him. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is huge. Like, you know, look at it, eating a dragon. I mean, this is a Gigantosaurus. It was a 5-mana 10/10. Like, this card is nuts. I mean, it doesn't trample or anything, but this is so sweet. I mean, no one can say that's not a sweet card. More enraged stuff and removal, so this is pretty sweet. Sailback, which is like acts like a removal spell. Gets bigger sometimes. Swordtooth to trigger enrage, and it's a decently sized guy. Monstrosaur, because it's sweet and has trample and haste. It's cool, I like the art. Temple Altasaur. Ooh, here we go. Good with all of our damage-based sweepers or stuff like that, or your opponent's damage or blocking or whatever. Regisaur Alpha gives you haste, pumps out a dude. Raging Regisaur, another enraged triggerer. Must go faster. Okay. Ripjaw Raptor. I mean, this one's definitely a rather clever card. It does a lot of good stuff. I mean, well, it's 4-mana 4/5 and draws you a card, so that can't get much better than that. Territorial Allosaurus, it's removal, or you can just cast it on curve, or obviously it's a fine hit off Gishath. Thrashing Brontodon. This one, well, it's a disenchant on a dude. There we go. Runic Armosaur, this card's sweet. Gonna draw you a bunch of cards in big multiplayer games, which is great. I love it. It's super fun. I like the hate bear style of stuff. So it gives you value with the body, and then obviously like you know, it affects the board and stuff in pretty good ways. Same thing with Kinjali's Sunwing. Makes your opponent's stuff come to play tapped. Wayward Swordtooth, this guy is sweet. And obviously it's a walking exploration, and can sometimes attack. Once you get enough lands, obviously you will at some point. Pretty easy to get 10 perms in this deck. Rampaging Ferocidon, more hate bears against like nasty combo decks and stuff. These guys are nasty. Let this nasty girl take care of them. Ranging Raptors, obviously it's rampant growth whenever it's dealt damage. That's pretty sweet. It's like those raptors are eating Parasaurolophus or something. Deathgorge Scavenger, more graveyard hate. I like to have at least a couple pieces of graveyard hate in my deck, able to be tutored for or whatever. Pretty much every deck uses the graveyard for ridiculous stuff. Alright, so now we got these non-creatures things. Got some removal. Obviously Aura Shards is pretty good with our commander. Takes care of those nasty artifacts and stuff. Grip is sort of the same thing, but it's more or less anti-combo stuff, breaks up stuff, makes people play weird. Or if they don't suspect it, this blows them out, which is pretty sweet. I'm playing a white deck, and in pretty much every white deck I play Swords and Path, because there's very little I mean, basically no downside. Austere Command is kind of like a pet card for me. But it's really good in here because most of our lower cast stuff, it's no big deal if we have to destroy all the cheap crap and tokens and stuff, or we can just nuke artifacts and enchantments or whatever. Wildfire, because it's thematic and sweet. I mean, look at that art. Oh, man, look at that fire. I wish there was one in the new frame with the, like the saga art with the dinosaurs on it, right? But I want everything to have the same, like, same border, you know? Because it's like, I can't deal with it if it's not the same border. I'm like, oh, it's ugly, you know? It doesn't look good. It's got to be consistent and the same and symmetrical and da-da-da-da-da. Anyways, same reason why I don't have Worldly Tutor in here, because there's only the old bordered ones. Unfortunate. That card certainly needs a reprint. Anyways, this triggers Enrage, kills the little dorks, leaves our big dorks to live. Crop rotation, we got a lot of really good ones. All of our utility stuff is very useful, pretty much any situation, whether you want to pump your commander, you know, nuke graveyards, make your, you know, get Cavern of Souls, obviously, so you can actually cast your dude uncounterably, really good. Sylvan Scrying is the same sort of thing. Also can sort of function as like a poor man's Rampant Growth. Zenith, obviously, for tutoring for utility guys, and later on you can tutor for big guys. Enlightened Tutor to get like your hate stuff, like Aura Shards, things like that. Congregation of Dawn, obviously very good here, because, well, it's puts a bunch of fatties into play off your dude. Eldramary's Call, I think I want to play this. I mean, there's a couple other cards I might want to play, like Armageddon and stuff like that. But I'm just sort of playing Eldramary's Call because it's obviously not a bad card. Still trying to figure out, you know, there's a few flex slots in the deck. Obviously, it depends on, you know, your play group and stuff. But this, not a bad card. It's a good card. Can't go wrong with tutors. And then just, you know, basic, like, ramp stuff. Ranger's Path, all this other stuff. Yeah. Not by Mystic, because you can play him on turn 3 and get a bunch of mana on turn 4. This guy has been pretty okay. Stuff like Kadama's Reach, yeah. Look at this guy, Farseek, yep. I should put Thunderherd Migration in here. That'd be pretty sweet. Obviously, it's Dino themed, so that's even better. Bop, obviously pretty sweet with Zenith on turn 2, or Derogatory Speaker. Stranglehold, I play this in a lot of my red decks, because, well, you gotta stop those nasty combo decks and other people that like to tutor a bunch and derp around with extra turns, which is just really annoying. Especially people that aren't very good at, like, what am I gonna do? They take a long time, which is annoying. So this says no, which is sweet. This is just, a lot of this is utility stuff, obviously. Pretty much all the modes on Primal Command are good. Maybe, I guess, maybe not the gain 7 life, although that's pretty core in the case. But the other ones are all good. You can use it as Graveyard Hate or shuffling your dinos back in after like a really long game. Again, Boros Charm, make your dudes indestructible. So this can act sort of like a sweeper in a way that you, they cast their Wrath or something and then you make your dudes indestructible and same effects. Like, oh, all my dudes are still here and whatever. Obviously, Double Strike is good too. It's Furious Protection. Just trying this guy out. I've only casted it once or twice, but obviously, yeah, very, very good when, you know, people are trying to destroy your stuff, kill your guys. Asceticism, great use of your mana after Gishath to make all your dudes. You can regenerate them, obviously gives them Shroud, or Hexproof, I should say. Aggravated Assault, more mana. Vexing Chushers, just you can Zenith this guy up and make your commander uncounterable. Witness, just to regrowth and be Zenith for, and Forerunner of the Empire, because this guy, well, he's the best enrage thing in the deck, so you can tutor for him, and then control it, like, you know, like, play a dude, zap all your guys, bam. So, yeah, that's the deck. It's pretty awesome. Like I said, designed it to be more awesome. Yeah, there we go. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, all that stuff. This guy's super cool. I have a lot of fun playing with him. The deck's a little, even though the deck is like really single-minded, it does a lot of fun stuff because you play a dinosaur and you never know what ones you're going to get, and always trying to get out more dinosaurs, which is sweet. You always get out a ton of dinosaurs unless something goes really wrong. I mean, yeah. So this is one I like to play it all the time. It's pretty strong, but it's not too overbearing. I like it a lot. Yeah. So I had a lot of fun making the deck. I like playing the deck. It's a lot of fun to switch stuff out. I'm like, oh man, how's this gonna affect? Like, oh, put more dinosaurs in makes Gishath better, but I don't know. There's definitely a lot of try to figure out what's the best ratio. I think about 30 dinosaurs feels like the best. I don't really want to go beneath that. I'd like to play a couple more, maybe. But when I was making this deck, I definitely spared no expense. All right, guys. So that's gonna be it. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day.